About a year and a half ago, I had an affair, and like a lot of affairs, it ended badly. You see, I had been in about a 4.5-year relationship, and it was a wonderful relationship. In fact, some of the best years in my life, with a certain 2005 Infiniti G35 Coupe 6-speed that I absolutely adored. It was customized, it had turbochargers, it had everything in the world, and I loved that car. Until one day, a certain yellow 370Z happened on the lot, and suddenly I wanted to put my beloved out on the open market, and very quickly it sold. And I drove a 370Z, and I hated it. And the reason why I hated it was because it was an automatic transmission. Only a knucklehead buys a sports car like this with an automatic transmission. There's no other way to say it. But on top of that, the automatic transmission that comes on 370Zs has to be about the single most annoying automatic transmission ever made in the history of the world. One of the things I absolutely can't stand about the automatic transmission is that I live on a hill. And it's got these cockamamie paddle shifters, which are complete sham. They don't do anything. They're super duper slow. You might as well just leave it in drive. But when you're going down a hill, it's got this rev feature that's so weird. You're going around a turn, and then all of a sudden the RPMs go spiking up to like 7,000 RPM, and you feel like you're suddenly losing control of the car, and it's for no reason. It's not like going down a hill, you're suddenly going to give it full throttle. You're already going fast and around a turn. It's the dumbest idea in the whole wide world. It makes for an unnerving experience for anybody who lives on hills, and it's simply a boring automatic transmission on flat ground anyway. I don't know what they were thinking about. I hated that car. I sold it within 2 months. Now, it's been a year and a half later, and I would do anything to get my beloved 6-speed back. I love that car, and I miss it dearly. So we take in this 370Z, and guess what? It's a 6-speed. And you know what? I'm back in love again. Now, this one only has 3,000 miles. Well, I love it already because I love cars with low miles. Also, it's Diamond White Pearl, my single favorite color on a car. If you've heard me talk about Diamond White Pearl, I've said it a million times. The car could have 5 million miles on it, could be a complete disaster, but the paint will still look nice. Diamond White Pearl just has it going on that way. Let's take a look at the rest of the car. Only 3,000 miles, like I said, should look like brand new. And guess what? It does look like brand new. This one's nice and boring, without lots of extras to weigh it down, just how I like it. If I want a sports car, I only want it for one reason, and that's to drive it fast. I don't need anything else. I know exactly where I'm going. Come take a look around on the inside. Such sexy lines. 370Zs just look like an absolute menace out on the open road. One of the best looking affordable near exotics, and it really is a near exotic. It's a big muscular looking machine. From the inside, it's got that giant hood that just looks like about a V20 engine is lurking underneath there. It does have 332 horsepower, so it's got a ton of horsepower for a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder motor. And if you're familiar with this engine, called the VQ engine in our brand's lineup, this engine's been around since the 80s. Words Magazine, for example, has had a 10 best of every single thing there is since the beginning of forever. Well, for about the past 20 years or so, they've kept a list of the 10 best engines in the world, and this engine's been on that list every single year. Why? Because it's so powerful and they don't break. They don't have timing belts. They're timing chain driven. So they're strong, they're taut. You can give it full throttle all the time. You just can't kill them. You change the oil regularly on this car, it'll go as long as you want it to go. Just make sure you keep your services up. They're not even all that expensive. It drives like a dream. You can throw it around easily. It in some ways reminds us of old muscle cars. In other ways, it's more elegant and refined, like a luxury exotic. They feel great inside. The seats are very, very comfortable. I hear people all the time saying, I read on the internet that such and such has a wiggle or a quibble, or I heard some vibration, and they downscore 370Zs. You're crazy. 370Zs are one of the best deals in the sports car market. It's been that way for years and years, especially since they changed the body style over the 350Z, now becoming the 370Z with a 3.7 liter engine. It's a steal. They have fantastic resale value, amazing reliability, especially if you get one with such low miles, only 3,000 miles. This car is a perfect car, ready for you to start your own long-term relationship with. I'm telling you something, it's one you won't forget. This is one of the most fun cars for the money you'll ever drive. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to give me a call. My name's Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland. You can reach me at 425-821-1600 or drop me an email anytime at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.